Hey folks, and welcome on back to the hardcore world. We've been doing a lot of technical stuff these last few episodes and doing a lot of stuff about progressing through the game, namely killing a wither and getting the wither skeleton skulls. It's been a lot of stuff. Today, I don't want to do any of that. I really want to blow something up. And with that in mind, my friends, I want to build a quarry today. I want stonemason villagers to buy diorite and granite from, and I really want a spot for a cobblestone generator in the future. And I figured the bottom of a quarry could be a great place to be able to do that. Which means we've got a lot of stuff to build today and a lot of things to destroy today. The idea I was thinking for this is we have this whole little hill crest area, which will be dipping down onto the far side to finishing off this section of the mountains, but I wanted to have the quarry go from here all the way back to like probably about over here. We're just gonna get a bunch of TNT, lay it all down on the ground, dig some down underground, and just light it all on fire and see what happens. First and foremost, we've got to go ahead and check on the creeper farm and make sure we have some gunpowder to be able to do this. I've been working on the mountains a bunch recently, and so hopefully we will have a little bit of stuff ready to go for us. Yeah, we do. I think we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That should be 2 stacks of TNT, and I hope that'll do enough for us. We might have to get some sand, though. Now, as a little bit of a sneak peek on the mountains here, we've got this entire section done, pretty much. We've got to finish it down to the floor over there, which I don't really know what I want to do yet. But check this out from the inside. The mountain update is going to be in the next episode, though. Thankfully, we do have quite a lot of sand for ourselves, so I believe we're just going to need 8 stacks of this stuff, and we should be good to go. Perfect. I remembered the recipe right. I always get them confused, which is the 5 and which is the 4. Now, before we get to the explosions, a super quick recap on the last episode is, well, we fought the wither, we killed it, we didn't take a single heart of damage, I'm a professional, and on top of that, we built up a secret cave. This secret cave lies in the forest of what I want this entire area to look like after we're done with all of the buildings and everything, and we've got our cave back in here, which we can run into. And this is the start of our dwarven fortress, which we'll be working on down that way a little bit. Over here, however, we built up a snow farm, and it's awesome. I love this thing. Added some trapdoors in there on a live stream while I was working on gathering a bunch of snow to keep them in their little corners so they weren't overlapping on that middle section that we were having an issue with before. Now, as mentioned, I want the quarry to fill up this entire area here, and I'm thinking we are on Y level 73, 74 right now, and I feel like it needs to go down to about 40. Honestly, we're probably going to need more TNT than this, but we're going to try just making a few different pillars and columns kind of going around this entire area, and I'm going to take these TNT bits just by digging straight down very intellectually, already falling in a hole, but free iron ore, very important for us. Back to digging straight down. You know what? I feel like 40 is probably low enough, so let's start stacking the TNT up here. That was really, really bad timing. I need to sleep first before something blows all that up. Okay, there we go. Morning time. Now we are on fire. Let's see if we can get that TNT to light on fire. There's another zombie over here, though. Now, I don't really know how much of a hole this is going to make, which is why I want to do the test run first. So we're just going to do one of them and see how big of a spot it's going to open up. You know, that's actually a pretty good depth for us here. If we do that, then we clean up a lot of the floating stones around here and everything, we should be able to get a pretty good quarry shape. And that was about a half a stack, so I'll just have to be pretty smart on how we're doing this. And first and foremost, blocking up the lava over here. That seems like a really good idea. Now, I think if we get a rough shape in mind up here just by taking the dirt down a few layers, we'll be able to much more easily figure out how large of a space we want to utilize for the quarry. It doesn't have to be absolutely massive, and I don't really want it to be too insanely large, but I want it to be like a realistic size. Something that would make sense for being a stone quarry, to be able to get enough stone to be able to build the village and maybe that future castle up there on the ledge. Well, this creating a simple line actually turned into a little bit of dirt gathering here, so I've got a good idea in mind of how large this thing is now by how many times I've had to go around it. But if we take a look here, back just a little bit over here, what we've got up here is something like this, where it's going to kind of follow this line along the dirt here, coming around this way where we'll have a much more open circle for us, and then probably take it more or less straight across here. Haven't added the TNT in yet, but I believe this gives a million times better idea of the scale we're going for in this thing. So all the area where the dirt is cleared out is more or less going to be the size of this quarry, depending on, you know, how the TNT explodes, that is. But we've got this big hole right over here, which looking off of it, it appears that we can go, we started right there in the center. It looks like it triggered about 2 blocks away, 3 blocks away. So I think if we do like a diagonal, so if we go kind of flat right there, then we could come maybe over to like right here. And my hope is that we can spread these out enough that they might trigger themselves again, or we can just trigger it again ourselves manually. And that should help a lot with clearing this area instead of manually having to clear out the blocks, because I really don't want to do a giant mining thing. We can set up the beacon if we need to. We have picked an absolutely amazing space for this quarry here because I've been lining up and trying to get some of those TNT pillars down here. And well, we actually have a ravine running through the entire location of where I want the quarry, which means less blocks we need to break. I've added another 4 stacks of TNT to this place, and I think it's time that we explode it, and hopefully the thing works on covering everywhere. I have 3 pieces left on us, and I think we're gonna do some right there, and then probably one like right up here, because the hope is that will catch that one, which will then trigger the chains up here. Does anybody remember old Minecraft? Whenever you broke TNT like that, you would light the TNT. Yeah, that still terrifies me to this day. For some reason, I just keep thinking about that's gonna just trigger everything to explode. So let's do it ourselves right there and save ourselves the problem. Oh, it's working. Oh, it's working too well. It's working. Oh, holy what? Oh, that worked really well. And we only got hit by 1 TNT. Oh, it's great. Well, we've got the space for a quarry now. This looks to be a pretty good size to me, and now I've just got to clean it up and smooth out a lot of the edges around here because I don't want it to look like it was exploded in the end. That was just kind of a step in the process of getting it to this area. Now I've got to actually straighten out these walls. So my friends, let's go ahead and kick this up in a good old-fashioned time-lapse mode while I fix up the quarry. For this quarry build, I wanted to make it look very geometric and man-made, as if we've been digging the stone out of the ground ourselves, you know, as we're placing back multiple shulker blocks of stone here. Really didn't think that one through. But anyways, you're going to see a lot of the lines that I'm creating and slopes I'm going to create are 2 wide or 3 wide and very boxy and bulky and just oversized stuff because I think it adds a really cool feeling to this quarry here, and it's awesome. Here I am, thinking using TNT would speed this project up a lot, and well, we still had a massive hole to clean up, dig out, and do everything to coat the walls in stone, and everything like that, and as you saw there, the time lapse, we did a lot of work, and then I came back and did a lot more because I wasn't really satisfied with it. We now have a pathway that we can take all the way down to the bottom with this andesite right here. Added a lot of cobblestone into the wall just to texturize it and make it a little bit darker when you get towards the base. I think it makes it look actually deeper than it is. Filled some water down here in case we take a fall, or in this case, the llama takes a fall. And he lost his buddies. We got some free leads, and now we have a wandering trader llama living at the bottom of our quarry, so it's fine. But I absolutely love this place. I think it's very, very cool to have done and just having everything out here ready to go, and that is a lot of what I want to do for today. I have a lot of different ideas involving the quarry here of how we can decorate it with a big crane and some lifts to be able to pull things out of it, and we're going to be building the cobblestone generator down at the base, and I'm thinking maybe we'll have some way for it to flow across this water here, and that's how we can detail it out. Also, big thing that I did add here is everything has stone slabs across it, so it's actually all mob proof, unless I missed anywhere. But we're also out of stone besides that. That's all the stone I have left in my name now. And we've got all these random junk resources that I gathered up here too. Those aside, I need to gather up a bunch of resources to build up what I'm calling a warehouse design now of where we're going to be storing a lot of the cobblestone after the fact, as well as storing some of our stonemason villagers. I'm very excited for this build. Let me get a few things ready and we'll be good to go. I've got most of what I think we're going to need for this build. Who knows, we might need a little bit more stuff. Mostly I'm worried about spruce wood because we need a lot of stairs for the roof. But hopefully this can do the trick for us. What I wanted to start with, though, is cleaning this area up a little bit and taking it back a few blocks further. I don't want to totally flatten out the area for the build because I think if we build things on big flat squares, it gets to be a little bit boring, unless it's like in the middle of the village, like that guy right over there. But my plan is, grabbing some of our dark oak as well as some of our cobblestone, we'll be able to start lining this build out a little bit. So I was thinking we could have stripped dark oak there, then we have a cobblestone, then we have a 3 wide little doorway right here. We do this. Then we bring ourselves back one to give ourselves a little bit more depth. And I feel like this is going to be massive coming all the way over here because I want to throw another door onto it. But I don't think that's going to work. I tore up everything I had. And I'm kind of struggling with this right over here because I want to leave a few blocks and be able to create a small pathway that'll lead us all the way up to here to where I can put a crane or a lift or something that reaches stuff down into there. So that brings a little bit of an issue. Maybe we can divide this up into 2 structures instead, or maybe we just go behind this to get up to the lift point. I feel like that's good too, because the plan was to have the 3 doors like we had just talked about right over in here. But what I wanted to do was add an extra building onto this corner, but right now we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 blocks, so I don't think that would be able to fit it in. The plan would be to have the warehouse in here that would store all of the cobblestone coming out of the quarry that we're going to make down here, because the design I'm looking at produces over 100,000 cobblestone per hour, so we need a lot of chests to manage that. In my brain right now, I'm thinking it's smart enough just to go ahead and build this thing, and then we worry about the area for the stonemason villagers later. We can always tackle that in a future episode, and for now I just want to prep up the storage room for us. I think if we take the front strip dark oak things up to being 5 tall, that should be a good point for us, and then we can take these, if we go 1, 2, and 3 right there, bring these guys up to 3, and then we create a little bit of a, maybe we go this tall. How's that look? Because then we could do a stair and a stair right in here. Maybe even making it look more like a wooden doorway and adding in these bits. Yeah, something like that isn't bad at all. Then we could add some different types of trapdoors or something right along this back edge to make it look like a giant door and still give us a lot of space to move around on the inside. 2 of them in now, and I really like the look of that. I think that'll be really solid for what we can do in this area, just make it a bit more unique than anything else. So over here, just for continuous sake, let's go ahead and fill these things in down there. It's just 2 more blocks. Great, so there's the front of our storage room for all of this cobblestone that we're gonna have, and I think what we need to do is have at least 5 blocks in the middle and then just bring this straight across the back. Now we gotta play the fun game of Minecraft where we just gotta fill in a lot of the walls and hope that we counted it all right and have enough resources to do it. Yay! All of our walls are in place. Now it's time to start adding in some of the details here below, and I'm a little interested on how we're gonna tackle this top portion, because what I wanted to do was have a bunch of different roof sections, so it's not just like one thing up here and down there then going all the way over across. I feel like that'd be rather boring. So what I wanted to do was bring ourselves in here with just a few of these logs, and originally I was thinking we could bring a beam going across like this and have it sticking up a little bit taller. And inside of these, I was thinking smooth sandstone could be a really cool addition for ourselves. Just right in here, we get a little bit of the smooth sandstone, just at that little kind of like triangle shape right in there. And we do that on all 3 of them, and then we just take spruce stairs going all the way back. One thing I've found recently while building roofs is just connecting up the tops actually helps out so much with being able to line up everything else properly. So we've got all the upper areas connected, then we've got the little support beams down here in between each of them that are also connected. And on these guys, I think we can just throw a few spruce stairs and that should help to round it out quite a bit. I don't know quite how I want to do the items in here. Something tells me it's gonna be like chests, just filling everything in here, like double chest, 3 to 4 blocks tall along this entire wall here. So the inside of the structure is gonna be very, very functional. However, for now, let's focus on the beautiful, words. Let's focus on the pretty side of it. I feel like I have a problem consistently with making way too many of an item than what I might need. So I feel like that just happened right here with all of these spruce stairs. But what we can start to do is the really simple roof design that I've been using throughout a lot of this one is just bringing ourselves up like that. And then we need some of the full blocks in here, which will be just like bam and bam. And right over here, we need to have the upside down stair, bring this one up, and then we just do it right in here as well. And at the top point, actually, if we want to do the straight up one where we have the slabs and then the full blocks, these things up here are redundant. Now forever, I will have random stripped dark oak logs that I'm probably not going to find a place to use. It's fine, it's okay. I feel like whenever I have stripped a log down, I just never think of crafting it into planks. I don't know why, it's just never a thought that crosses my brain. It's like this, I have to use somewhere where I'm using a stripped log, but I never like preemptively will strip the logs before I need them. It's weird. I don't know really how my brain works on a lot of this stuff. Okay, so these upper sections, instead of having the beams going all the way across, we can save a few resources for ourselves here and just bring out some of our spruce planks and then add an upside down stair like that. And then we just fill in the slabs like this. Now, when we get a face like this, especially something that'll be at the end of our road, like looking right along here, all we do is look into that. And it's not the best thing to be looking at. It's not the most beautiful of walls. It's kind of boring. It's kind of flat. It's kind of a little gross. So if we come out over here, I was thinking we could mix it up and have a tiny window right in at the point of this one. So we can have a little bit of a window guy right up here, which should connect right into there. Actually, let's go and bring it back. No, goodbye. And then because we can, let's go ahead and add a bigger window right over in here with 2 blocks tall. And something as simple as that should break it up quite a bit, so we just have something more interesting up here. I like that a lot. We'll come back and add some bushes and things and mess up with this quite a bit. Bring in a few things of mossy cobblestone, and that'll help that wall out a bunch. And we can bring in, we've been using dark oak fence gates and things like that underneath these portions, so we'll get those guys thrown in there. Which, continuing on with fWhip's roofing tutorial, is we're at this section right now, and this section can be a little bit of a headache because, well, we're moving a block forwards, the things all conjoin in one space. What the heck do we do here? Well, my friends, all you got to do is fill in some full blocks and say, it looks okay. I've not found a great way to how to do that yet, and so I just fill in with the full blocks and call it good. As long as it works, as long as it looks okay to us, I think that is totally fine. So we'll just do full block, and then right out here, we're gonna need to be doing some stairs, right, like in there, and then over here, what would this one be? We would have the, I think it's just gonna be a stair right here, right? Far too many stacks of stairs, and of course, ended up just two spruce slabs short. Getting those ones in here, and now the roof is complete, going all the way across this, and we can run across it like we're in Assassin's Creed or something like that. But from the front now, simply just having that change here, it looks a million times better. I really do enjoy this one. I think what we could do on top of all of this is come up here to the top and throw in a little window above every single one. I think that'll work out great. And then around that, do I have a bunch of oak trapdoors? Oh, I do. Perfect. We can do a little window right in there, then add some leaves down below it so it can look like there's a little bit of a planter going on, and I think it'd be nice. I've been working on the doors over at the place, and I have absolutely no idea where I put my ender chest. I cannot find it for the life of me. I've checked the storage room down below, I've checked the starter house, I've checked the mines where we were. I don't know where I lost it. If you have any ideas, please be sure to let me know. Why? Why are there pillagers on my stables? Oh, why? Where's the banner guy? No, how are you hitting me? Aha, they're gonna kill each other. It's fine. Nope. Wow. I have no idea how the shield works, or sometimes the shield doesn't work. Like, look. How'd that hit me? I had my shield up, staring right at him. I don't know, man. That's maybe why I'm not good at Minecraft. Over here, installed some windows off to the side and been working on the front doorway, utilizing some stripped wood. We got some trapdoors up here at the top, which I think I might replace that for a strip log there as well. Do I have any more? Those are all dark oak. I just think having that same consistent line all the way up at the top should work out a bit better for us. Got the doors turned in towards the center. We've got some buttons in there, and it's looking like a little bit of a face down there at the bottom if we look really closely. Hello, I am the storage room. How are you doing today? Moving on. A great trick you can follow for this is right now if we put these doors in, they're all gonna open like that, which I don't really like. I like having the handles towards the middle of the door. So if we come over here, do spruce log, then we get rid of this guy. Placing the door at the same point actually turns it around. So if you're trying to force the door to face a certain direction, you can just use blocks like that to do it. And I'm realizing right now, after I've done the rest of these, I'm gonna have to replace all of them because we need to change this floor away from grass blocks, because right now it doesn't look that great. But what does look great is the building from the outside. Man, I really like this a lot. I think there's the mossy cobblestone. We need some of this in here. Just peppering them in just ever so slightly. We don't want too much going on here. We don't want it to feel like it's only mossy cobblestone, but we can have a little bit of variety to it. Just something like that right in here. I like that a lot. That works out really, really well. Okay, so this structure's done on for the outside of it. We got to detail a little bit along here, maybe some barrels, get some of our roadway continued down. It took me a while. I was very stubborn on this one. Took me a long time to craft a new one of these bad boys here. Yep, I didn't find the old one. No, I searched for 45 minutes and then spent 30 seconds crafting a new one. Totally worth it. But on top of that, the front of this area is now decorated up. It's looking absolutely amazing. Got a little bit of a dirt area over here for ourselves for some storagey stuff and everything, and it looks really, really cool. We got some chests and barrels and things around here. Started adding in the ferns and whatnot inside. They look the best along the back here, so I got rid of them. But over here, we've got some more barrels to help break away from it. We've got a lot of lanterns for a bunch of light throughout here. Haven't even started to touch the inside besides texturing the floor down here, and we got some grass spawning in. So we're gonna try and nip that in the bud while we can, and okay, well, let's do this. But it's looking really sweet in here. I can't wait to actually turn that into the functional storage place, but oh my gosh. Everything here has taken so long between digging this thing out or blowing it up and then cleaning it up and making it look like a quarry. Holy cow, that took many more hours than I thought it would. But what I thought would be a cool design over here is if we brought in a grindstone, then we can give ourselves, actually, you know what? We're going to use the cauldron for this one. And we've got ourselves a little bit of a wheelbarrow, the design that everybody has patented as their own original thing, and I have no idea who came up with it. And on top of that, the crafting table. No, seriously though, we're gonna add this little guy right here. We're gonna add that, and we're gonna bring out some oak trap doors, and we got ourselves a little bit of a pole cart. We open that, and look right there, it's a nice little cart. It's a nice little cart for the quarry. Oh, I love it. My thought is for the next big building, we're gonna throw that guy right in here. It could be 2 stories, so it should help to round this area off and make it feel more complete down here, because we're gonna put another build in here, and then we'll have a larger build right there, disrupting the mountain view, and then you can really focus in on the quarry. But oh my gosh, I absolutely love this thing. It's looking absolutely fantastic. But my friends, this quarry build down here took me 5 hours. So I am way the heck out of time for this episode. Oh my gosh, I was behind the schedule already going into this. But anyways, I hope y'all did enjoy. Click that like button down below if you did. Subscribe if you are brand new. And I'm hoping here, my friends, after the holiday season or maybe sometime during it, I can actually get some free time to record some videos. But anyways, I will catch you on the fWhip side.